March is here, and let's talk about what's in season for late winter and early spring. Hi, it's John Steffi for ProduceGeek.com, and here in March, I want to share some of the things I'm excited to eat, and hopefully you'll be able to try some too. First off, we're going to start out with these beautiful cluster tomatoes. So, greenhouses in the Great Lakes area, so Ohio, Michigan, and even parts of Canada are starting with their crown pick, meaning the first plants that are coming to have fruit ripen on the vine here in early March. And so these are some of the best, most beautiful greenhouse tomatoes on the vine you can find during the year. And part of how I know they're fresh is that these have thick green stems. I saw the country of origin is USA, or you might look for Canada. The Mexican crop is on the end, so that would be going out of season during March. But this USA and Canada coming into season. I can also see little yellow tiny fronds on top of that green stem. That's a sign of freshness, and oh man, they smell delicious. So one of the things about tomatoes on the vine is that this fruit can continue to pull nutrients from the stem, even at the grocery store shelf, even on your counter at home. So that helps keep them fresh. Are these the most amazing tasting tomatoes? No. These are not a field-grown heirloom or a field-grown vine ripe during the peak of summer. They don't have that deep flavor. But you're going to get a good tomato, and it's going to stay fresh for you on your counter, not in your refrigerator, on your counter for several days. Another greenhouse item that's just at the beginning of the season are these mini seedless cucumbers. This is another great product innovation. They used to be called Persian pickles, but anyway, it's just a seedless, thin-skinned cucumber that they're ready to eat right away. Crunchy, mild, you don't have the seeds inside, don't need any peeling. So it's the baby peeled carrot almost of the cucumber category, great for snacking. These are available both organically and conventionally, and the best time of the year is March, April, and into May to enjoy these. One of my favorites is to just dip these in hummus. Another thing that's exciting about spring is that dormant plants, these perennial plants underground, these bulbs start shooting up asparagus spears during late winter and early spring in Mexico and California. So right now here in March, the Mexico crop is in peak season. Both conventional and some organic are available, and then California comes into the peak season for the end of March and into May, and we'll also start to see local asparagus in May. Okay, asparagus, how do you select it? I always am looking for bunches that are free from odor. I don't want to smell the asparagus. That's not a good sign. Number two is the tops and the tips should not be wet, and I shouldn't find any wrinkling or gray looking color on the bunch. When I take that home, best thing to do is use it right away. Asparagus is highly perishable. Use it right away. If you can't use it right away, wrap the bottom in a moist paper towel and put it in a bag in the refrigerator for a couple days. But don't keep asparagus in your refrigerator for days on end. It's going to go bad. And what's the trick to cooking asparagus? The golden rule is high heat, short cooking time. You don't want to cook the stuff to death and then it's, mealy, mushy, and kind of loses its good flavor. Instead, give it a 2 to 3 minute steam or boil, or a quick blast at 450 degrees in the oven to roast it, grill it, those types of things where the asparagus is heated up and cooked, but still al dente, you know what I mean? It has a little texture to it. The bottom part of asparagus, this white part, fibrous part, that's the one part you'd want to cut off. So when you snap it off, that usually the fibrous part at the end would snap right off. I often will just take the whole thing and cut the bottom inch or 3/4 of an inch off, and the rest is usable. And don't get caught up on size. The thickness of asparagus really doesn't impact the flavor at all. It just either speeds up your cooking time or shortens your cooking time depending on how thick it is. The last thing I just want to share about this morning is citrus season is still at its peak. March and into early April is still California citrus season. I'm loving the Sumos, loving the Murcott and Tango Mandarins, loving the blood oranges and caracaras and Midiolas. But here's one you may not have tried. It's called Gold Nugget Mandarins. Gold Nugget Mandarins have this lumpy, bumpy, pebbly skin that's golden, so that's how they kind of got the Gold Nugget name. It's a California-grown piece of citrus, and it's a delightful mandarin. And let's have a taste. A deep, mellow, rich, smooth sweetness. Oh, that's really tasty. So I think you'll like Gold Nuggets. Check those out. And for what's best right now, stay in tune with our social media at producegeek.com and enjoy some fruit with friends, everybody.